Hey guys, Raising the Roof here, and today we're going to be starting our E3 special episode. Today we are going to be talking about the Microsoft press conference, which is why Forza Horizon 4 Lego Speed Champions is in the background. Um, yeah, we'll get more into that one a little bit later. Anyways, Microsoft announced a whole ton of games. They at their conference here they had 60 games, 34 of which actually came out or will be coming out. Some of them did come out that day or will be coming out right away or are out now, but a lot of them were announced for Game Pass because that is 34 of them that will be like launch exclusives and all that kind of stuff. So really looking forward to that. I love Game Pass. I have it. I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon. That is where I play most of my games from, actually. Um, well, let's start with the ones that they announced for Game Pass. I should mention that these are the games that I was interested in. These are the ones that I looked at and went, oh, I could really play those. If you want a full synopsis, there's other people who did full rundowns of every game announced at different press conferences. Like I said, this is just my opinion on the games that were good or things that I was really looking forward to. So I give you guys an insight into what kind of things I like. So for Xbox Game Pass games that I was looking forward to was The Outer Worlds. It is from the original Fallout and Fallout New Vegas creators, so Obsidian. They're kind of doing the same style RPG as what Fallout is, just outer space, and it looks really good. If you want to go look it up, I'll probably have a picture on the screen, but go check out the trailer if that kind of things like Fallout and all that kind of interests you. I think you'll really like it. The second game, and one of my favorites that they announced, was Minecraft Dungeons. Always been a huge fan of Minecraft, as most of you guys probably know. But this Dungeons game looks really cool. Like it's a dungeon crawler, um, and just what they've shown up so far, it looks really good, and I really can't wait for it. It comes out in spring of 2020, so it's a little ways away. But I, like I said, I am looking so forward to it. I really can't wait. Next up, we have Spitfire. Spitfire. I messed that one up. Spiritfarer. It's coming out in 2020, and it's a very cute explorer management type game. So what it is it's kind of the halfway between life and the afterlife. Um, so you're a fair for all these spirits that come out, and you go and um, take them to all these different places, and it gives them closure and takes them into the afterlife. So as you explore, you gain materials to build a boat, and that boat is what takes you to different places and takes you to the well, I think the boat itself has a portal on it to take them to the afterlife. It looks really cute, a really just fun, relaxing exploration game. So I'm looking forward to that one. I thought it would be really cool to play. Next up, we had Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh my gosh, guys, it is coming to console and it's Game Pass. So I am looking so forward to it. I will definitely be playing it once it comes out. Probably something like American Truck or Euro Truck. It will probably be in our Friday series. I'll like fly a plane off a runway or something. And the graphics look so good on it. I cannot wait to see the improvements that they made for the newest Microsoft Flight Simulator. Probably one of the oldest running simulator titles in the world, I would imagine. So that is something to look forward to in 2020 as well. Next up, we have Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. I have always thought, oh, Age of Empires 2 looks really good. I've never owned it. I've never really got into it. Um, I have too many games to play, not enough time, right? I'm sure we all have that kind of an issue. But yeah, it's coming out on Game Pass, so now I'll actually probably end up playing it at least for a little bit or play one campaign. But the definitive edition comes with all of the DLCs, plus they made a brand new campaign. It's with the con. So I mean, it's a game that's how old? Like I don't even know how old this game is, but it is super old. But they just keep making new things for it and re-releasing it basically. But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's 20 years. So like 1969 it came out. Holy cow. Came out the year I was wait, 1999 it came out. 20 years from now is 1990. Came out the year my brother and fiance were born. Um 3 years after I was. So yeah, that'll be really cool. And it's 20 they said it's 20 years for $20. So not a bad price. And if you have Game Pass, it's free with Game Pass, so not free. That's the thing. I always say free with Game Pass, but you do pay for it. So, anyways, next up we had surprise a little bit to me. All of a sudden they had Psychonauts 2 on screen. I'm like, what? And they announced that Double Fine has joined the Microsoft Game Studios. So Tim Schafer came out and made a little bit of a try hard thing. He was saying about how much he wants to do all this good stuff for Microsoft, and then the guy from Microsoft goes, "No, Tim, we just want you to make good games and finish Psychonauts 2." So it was kind of a funny little thing. It's Tim Schafer, right? So it's always he's always got those little one-liners or little skits that he can do and make it really funny. Next up, they showed off Gears 5. Oh, weirdest trailer ever, if you ask me. I get what they're trying to say because they're saying how everybody has their demons. Um, and for the lady in the trailer, she's got quite a bit. So, um, it was kind of cool. They're adding a. Well, I was kind of distracted a little bit while this one was going on, but I couldn't make out if they are making a whole new game called Gears of War Escape, or if it's just a mode in multiplayer of Gears 5 where it's three-player escape mode. So you're in the hive, you set a bomb, and now you need to escape the hive before it goes off. I thought it was really cool. It's a three-player co-op. I think you can play it on your own or just two players as well. So that looked really cool, and I think that'll do really well. I kind of like co-op things. My internet's better now, so I can actually play multiplayer things, and I absolutely love that. We then had State of Decay 2 Heartland showed off. It's quite a bit more campaign, and it comes from the perspective of two different people, so you're kind of switching back and forth between the two people. Um, and yeah, that's out now. So go ahead and if you have State of Decay 2 or Xbox Game Pass, go and try it out because it's a lot more story than what the game originally offered. Um, well, not more than the game offered, but it adds quite a bit onto the game. Next up, we had Crossfire X. We got a little trailer of it, and it's apparently a big Japanese first-person shooter or something, and it's coming to Xbox. So I actually think it looks really cool, and I will probably want to try it out. So I probably will. Next up, we have Star Wars. Oh, that was all for Game Pass. I'm reading my notes wrong. Anyways, yeah, that was all for the Game Pass titles that I was looking forward to. The next ones were just games that were shown off that weren't Game Pass. So first of the games that I'm looking forward to checking out is Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order. It looks really good. It's not like one. It doesn't look like one of those multiplayer games. I could be wrong. It looks like it has co-op too. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one to seeing how it is. I won't probably get it on Xbox, but I'll probably get it on PC with Origin Access. So November 15th of 2019, we can look forward to that one, and I am looking forward to it. Cyberpunk 2077 finally gets a release date of April 16th, 2020, after being teased with it in 2013. January 10th, 2013, they released a teaser trailer, and the world went nuts. And finally, in 2019, we finally get a release date and full details. And Keanu Reeves is going to be in it. That's awesome. He did really well when he came out on speech. He was trying so hard to say his speech, and then at one point he says that the world is going to be breathtaking, and one of the fans goes, "You're breathtaking," to which he replied to the whole crowd of, "You all are breathtaking." And that fan that yelled out "You're breathtaking" got a collector's edition of Cyberpunk 2077. So that is pretty cool. It's quite the way to get a collector's edition, especially when usually it costs 200 and some bucks. So no, that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool of them to do that for him. Especially he made for one of the best moments in uh, the Microsoft conference, and it was a good conference in total. So to have a good moment like that was even better. Then we had Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga that I was looking forward to because I like the Lego games. I just, you know, you always have to look for the games and then you have to buy all of them individually. So this will be pretty cool. Next game that I thought was so cool was 12 Minutes. You know, Groundhog Day was an awful movie. Awful, awful movie, at least in my opinion. but 12 minutes is kind of it works in a game. That's just what I find because then you're always playing different. It's always different and everything. Um, so that was just kind of what I thought. I thought, oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Didn't work great as a movie, but yeah, I think as a game, uh, it's gonna work pretty good. So that's 12 minutes, and that one's coming out in 2020. Next up, they showed off a little bit of Borderlands 3. September 13th, 2019, that one comes out, and I'm looking forward to it. I am really enjoying my playthrough with Kirk right now of Borderlands 2. Him and I've been just doing co-op just here and there whenever we get time. So yeah, Borderlands 3 I think is going to be just as great. So, and then they also had Forza Horizon 4 Lego Speed Champions, which you can see in the background right now, and it is awesome because everything is awesome when it's Lego. So Lego has always been a big thing when I was growing up and everything, and for it to be in Forza Horizon 4 just makes everything perfect. I am so happy about this. So, and it's out now. As you can see, I'm playing it. I don't I don't actually know. It might have been actually a Game Pass thing. You might actually get it on Game Pass. I don't think so, but it very well could have been. But anyways, yeah. So this game. Oh, I love this game. They always do great things. Then they had some other kind of announcements, just not game related, but uh, just Microsoft related. Game Pass for PC is now out. They have a new app, which you can see here. It's kind of a very plain and simple app. It is beta still and everything, so just I think we need to be patient with them while they get that all rolling. What's next? We had the Game Pass Ultimate. Yes, it is a pretty sweet thing. It is for your Xbox Game Pass. It is for your PC Game Pass, and it includes Xbox Live Gold. Um, Pretty sweet price. I think it's 16.99 Canadian for it. Not a bad price actually when you consider. I think Game Pass is 11.99 and Xbox Live Gold actually is 7.99. So yeah, it's kind of like the same price, maybe a dollar or two cheaper, except for now you also get the PC Game Pass. So I think in the end it does come out to be cheaper, which is good because there's a lot of subscription services and not a lot of money. So, yeah, so it just combines your gold and both game passes. Then they also announced the new Elite controller, Elite Series 2. This game this controller is awesome. It has programmable modes, 3 of them for each and every game. You can tighten the tensioners on your thumbsticks. You can change out your thumbsticks. You can change out your everything that the Elite. Plus, it has the wraparound grips instead of just on the bottom. Your paddles, I think, can be adjusted as well. You have 3 settings for your triggers now instead of just the one that you had previously. So I guess it's actually 2 because you had 2 settings on the previous one. This one you have 3 settings. So it looks pretty good. I am tempted to get one because that's it's a pretty sweet controller. I wish that you could customize the elites a little bit more, but you can't. So, but there's a price to pay with those ones. I think somebody said it was 180 Canadian dollars. So yeah, it's not cheap at all. It is half the price of a Xbox One S console right now. So it's a hard pill to swallow. Especially who knows if it'll be backwards compatible with their new console that I'll talk about in a minute here. Because first off, they had xCloud, their game streaming services. Um, you can use Microsoft's Xboxes or you can use your own to stream from anywhere, which I thought was pretty cool. It means your Xbox has to be always on. You have to have a good internet connection. Your phone probably needs a good connection as well, no matter where you are. But like for somebody me who I can't come home for lunch, but still have an hour for lunch, I can see myself using my phone to play my games, especially when my fiance is working or something. I get pretty bored at work because it takes me 15 minutes to eat lunch. Then I kind of go, what do I do now? So that's one thing that I think will be pretty cool. Especially being unlimited data, it doesn't bother me. That is coming out later this fall, and I thought that was pretty cool. I'm looking forward to the xCloud. But the reason I'm looking forward to xCloud is because they announced their new console Scarlet. Um, why that excites me is because they're releasing a new console tells me that they're not going to focus solely on streaming games to either your phone or your PC or your console, they are going to still make downloadable games to your Xbox. That's something that bothers me with Google Stadia is the whole you have to have good internet connection because you're just streaming the game. You're not downloading the game or anything, you're just streaming it. Um, and the reason why you can tell that they're going to focus on still downloading but also streaming to other platforms is because their Xbox Scarlet has an SSD. That SSD tells me that they want to store games but make it as fast as possible. And I'm guessing as fast as possible also has something to do with their streaming to your other devices. Um, because you don't want to sit there for an hour for a while waiting for your device to see your stuff usually when you're on mobile you're on the go, so you want fast loading times. You don't want to wait in a imaginary elevator, as one of the producers or one of the developers said. So yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to xCloud because Scarlet is coming out and it includes an SSD. So I'm guessing that they plan on, hey, when you're at home, use Scarlet, use your console. But then when you're on the go and have nothing to do, use your phone. So that is what I am looking forward to, is that it seems that's what they're doing. Let's hope that they keep up that kind of stuff in the future. So yeah, a little bit of speculation, but also a little bit of, hey, if they're doing this, why would they do this? So yeah, I will not get the Google Stadia because it's very select games and yeah, you just stream them. So, anyways, let's talk about that new console that I've mentioned. Scarlet uses Zen 2 architecture, which is huge. Um, I don't even know what the Xbox One X uses. I forgot to look that up, but yeah, it uses Zen 2 and Navi. Navi was just announced like during E3, basically, is when they fully announced it. Either that or the week before at Computex. Zen 2 was announced the week before at Computex. So it's huge, and just what they are fitting into this console is going to be, they're kind of, I never want to say it, but this time I'm going to say it. They're future proofing it. They are building the best thing that's not even available yet. Because the Scarlet will do 8K games, it has ray tracing, and it'll do 120 frames per second. I think they meant at 4K, but they just kind of said it'll do 120 frames per second. I don't think that's an 8K. If that's an 8K, holy cow, this thing is future proofed. There's like 3 or 4 8K monitors available, and they're all from Samsung, I'm pretty sure. If not, then each one has their flagship. Like, just just the sheer power of this new console. Now, I understand what the sheer power means. It means that you can stream it. And if it's streaming in 8K and your internet's not holding it, well, it will still hopefully get to your device in 4K or 1080 even and be better. So I understand that, and I guess there is 8K movies out there. Like I said, there's no monitors, there's no screens to do it, but it's like this console could be the next 10 years of the future. Um, Maybe not 10 years. The way that we're moving is probably only 5 years, but still, the fact that this console could be the most powerful for 5 years, or play everything that's available for 5 years and still be the most powerful and still overplay what's out there, could be huge. Um, and I think Microsoft is kind of trying to make this their last console, because I'm sure Microsoft does better on their small things. They do better on their subscription services. They do better on their games that they develop. I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure they don't make as much on their console because that's a lot of power in a small machine. It takes a lot of money to develop a console. So if they do this, I think this could be awesome. It could save a lot of people a lot of other money, because then you're not buying a console every. It seemed like every 3 years we were getting like the Xbox One, then the Xbox One S, and then Xbox One X. I think there's only actually a year or two between those two even. Um, So yeah, just when I look at it, 8K ray tracing and 120 frames per second, it's not something that's going to go out of style anytime soon, or it's not going to be underpowered. So that's coming out in holiday of 2020, and I'm looking really forward to it. I am actually tempted to pre-order, just to have the newest tech and never buy another one again for a while. I should put in, because Yeah, there's always going to be new consoles. They're always going to do something different. They're going to come out with a special edition. I'm going to sell my original one and buy the special. There's always that kind of stuff. But still, if I could buy a console and it not go out of style in 2 to 3 years, I would be so happy. And I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. And they have a launch title for it. Halo Infinite will be a launch title. I think last year was the first year that we were teased it. And so yeah, now, like I said, now we actually get to see a little bit more. Get to see the ring broken, and I'm thinking next E3 we're gonna see a lot more. So, anyways, guys, that has been my favorite parts of Microsoft conference of E3. It has also been my little bit of a rant about games streaming only on and not having a console anymore. Like I said, that bugged me about Google, but I think Xbox is going to do it right, and I sure hope so. And I can't wait for that new console. And the games that are coming out look really good. Um, Sometimes I'm actually happy that there's a select few that I like, and there was quite a few that I wasn't into. There's some horror ones and all that. Like I said, if you guys want a full overview of the conferences, you will have to go to somewhere else or watch the whole conference. This is just my favorites. This is what I liked at the conference and what I paid attention to. So, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a comment of what your favorite part of the Microsoft conference was, and I will try responding to you guys. So, I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Raising the Roof.